that?
No, I just think it's continue to try to add depth to our group. And it's, all the players that we've got are young players that hopefully a change of scenery will do them some good, and we're just looking for some upside there. It's just simple as that.
Sounded like Tenardi was on Don's radar since his draft year. What do you know about him, and has he been a name that you've heard about before?
Yeah, I don't know a lot about him. He's a big, strong guy. I remember his dad used to chase me around a little bit. It was no fun, but big, strong guy that just, we think there's some potential there, and maybe the change of scenery might do him some good. So that's about all I know right now.
He'll come here, and that gives you 8 defensemen, Dave. How do you plan to rectify, and do you plan to keep that number? It sounds like you will. So.
Yeah, I think originally we'll see what we got there. We've got to try to figure out. I know Connaughton a little bit from in the league, but Tenardi hasn't played much this year, so we'll get a good read on both of them. We'll see where it goes from there.
Are there advantages or pluses to having 8 on the roster, or how do you see that?
No, it just gives us good depth, and you're gonna, knock on wood. We've been pretty healthy back there, but you never know where we are.
Don said competition is a good thing. Is that how you think the guys in the room should interpret it, or?
Yeah, everybody wants to play more, and we've set ourselves up where, if we have a good homestand here, we can start the second half of the season off right, and we're still pushing for a playoff spot. So the more depth and the more competition and the better we play, the better it is for everybody.
Why that position? Why is depth so critical, do you think, to having it on defense?
Well, because you have usually 13 or 14 forwards, and you only have 7 defense or 8 defense. So we've got to, we just think that's an area where we can continue to improve.
Dave, tomorrow's game, playing New Jersey at noon. I know you mentioned a couple days ago that you're okay with the time change, but how, if at all, does it affect preparing for that game starting now, I guess?
Well, that's what we did today. We had our pregame skate today. We prepared just like we're preparing for a night game with our pregame skate today. Simple as that. And had a couple of meetings geared towards tomorrow's game, and just because you got to get up, and we made sure our young players set their alarm early to get a good breakfast and get up and get at it. It's a little bit of a change of routine, but is what it is. Puck drops at 12. You got to be ready.
In all seriousness, do you have a mandatory wake-up time for tomorrow that you told the guys, or are they adults and can figure it out?
We got a 10:30 meeting tomorrow, so that's the first time we'll see them.
It's a business. John Scott, is a big boy. Given though his family situation and the All-Star thing, was it a little more difficult to say goodbye to a guy like that?
Well, he's been a good guy. Like John is a good guy, good teammate, and it's just there's the personal element with teammates, and the people that are in the dressing room, and there's a business element, and that's the two cross paths today. So John was, like I say, he was a good guy, tough role to play, and probably some extra attention because of the All-Star stuff around this year. But ultimately, it's a business, and we got to try to. We talked about trying to grow our team, and that's just part of the business today.
Someone else will probably go now, Dave. Some
Yeah,
guys in that room.
I have no idea how that's going to work, to tell you the truth, but we certainly have some deserving guys, whether it be Donor or Bodker or Max or EL. I mean, we've got a lot of guys that I think could be eligible to go.
You mentioned Elliott yesterday and how well he did in his opportunities. It's just a case of, to upgrade
Yeah.
the area, you have to partner.
Yeah, I liked Elliott. I thought he was a real serviceable player for us, and he really accepted his role. Just a real good teammate. Everything was, top notch. But again, it's one of those ones that part of the business that, I guess we just felt like Tenardi was worth the shot.
Anthony wasn't out there for practice, Dave?
Yeah, just a maintenance day for him. I think he should be available tomorrow.
Okay. Do you think Kevin will get in tomorrow?
There's a chance, yeah.
Okay. And then back to Louis tomorrow?
We'll see. We'll see. talk to Johnny Elkin today, see how the practice went.
Do you think he might hear this, Dave? I mean, just because this is the first time he's been asked to do this at this level for so long? Are you seeing signs of that, or just?
I think he's a 22-year-old kid that just wants to play every chance he gets, so, or whatever he is, 22 or 23. So we'll see how that works out.